It's April and time for another book highlight. This month I'm highlighting the second book of the Mrs. Hudson Investigate series, and this book is called The Case of the Forgotten Letter. It's set about 3 months after the first book, and of course by this stage you know that Sherlock Holmes has died at Ruckenbuck Falls. Dr. Watson is not coping well. He's almost basically depressed because his friend is dead, and that leaves Mary, his wife, to cope by herself, and Mrs. Hudson gets help from Mary. Mary gets help from Mrs. Hudson and asks her to help him to get Dr. Watson, John, out of his funk, and Mrs. Hudson constructs a mystery for him to solve. Unfortunately, Dr. Watson runs afoul of Moriarty and his men, more his men, while he's trying to solve the apparently fake mystery, and ends up being embroiled in a mystery all of his own, and Mary and Mrs. Watson have to help out. So it's another mini adventure, mostly set with Mrs. Hudson and Mary trying to solve a mystery, and Dr. Watson off his own trying to solve his own mystery, and Mary and Mrs. Hudson trying to save Dr. Watson.